ask for it or fix you a drink, and one other person sitting at a table, which screams obvious that must be your contact. Older guy, also got nearly no hair, and he's sitting there smoking a pipe instead of a cigar, and he's looking through this envelope, not envelope, this file that on the front, when you open, you see it's got confidential, and then at the top of every page it's got confidential, and half the pages are redacted, and it's obviously your contact. And this
Juicy
is
stuff.
you guys aren't new. You're new-ish to the agency, but you're not new. You've been probably in a couple of missions. You might recognize it, probably not. It sounds like you come from very different worlds. And this guy just beckons you over. He's just like, thank you for coming on such short notice. Take a seat. For tonight's instance, you can call me Sergeant or Sarge. People like calling me Sarge. So, the situation we have at the moment is some reports that are starting to pique our interest, if you will. There's reports from a couple of homeless people that, well, actually a couple, I should step back there. One particular homeless person claimed that they went to this sanctuary, if you will, and he shows you like this, it throws like a piece of paper to like both of you separately, and it's just shows this old, like, looks like a dead apartment building that should be demolished, with a street address on it. And it's like, he carries on. Apparently this place has been advertising itself as a safe place for people that need such a place. People that need to, need a place to sleep, need food, etc. And this woman said she was there and everything was okay until early hours of the morning. She heard screaming and cries for help, and she saw, when she went, she had to force open the door of the room she was in, she saw something she can't describe, or something that she couldn't make sense of it, so she ran and managed to escape the building. Simple task. We want you to take a look into this place to see if there is a viable threat, and do what you do. If there's, neutralize it. And if there's civilians, convince them that they're hallucinating, or whatever other story you want to tell them. Any questions?
Do we have any other backup?
Very,
Is it just us two?
Right now it's just the two of you. If somebody comes along and is available, we might send them in, but it's likely just the two of you.
Okay. I'm ready to go.
One question. Back up. I'm
just got a very rigid back, military posture. I've been given my brief. Mission on.
And from your background, you can tell this guy is ex-military. You can see he's let himself go. He's obviously not serving anymore, but he was, by the looks of him, it's a very good potential that he was higher ranked. Just the way that he talks and stuff, you think he might have been higher ranked than sergeant. But he's definitely retired.
Right? I can smell officer.
Exactly, you can smell officer on this guy. Maybe not too far away from sergeant, maybe, but you can definitely. He's not hiding. Yeah, I can't say it. It's obvious that he's ex-military. For you, to Audrey, it's like he looks like a slump. somebody that you'll throw some money at and get them to piss off if you want them to. I don't know if that's how Audrey will act, but that's the kind of feeling. This is somebody that the doorman to your hotel, to your apartment building is probably dressed better than this guy.
Yep.
Well,
So
my man's probably giving off the same vibe then, because he's certainly not living a lush life.
no, definitely not. And the Sarge looks to Audrey and is like, "You have any questions, ma'am?" You can see he tries to change his tone a little bit when talking to you, but he's failing at it. He's not used to dealing with your class of people.
Skirts. Yeah.
No, it's more the class than the skirt.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Not right now. Sure, I can always call you if I need to ask more.
Of course, you know the phone. You all have your codes. I'll take one step back there for Mark's sake. So the way you communicate with the agency is usually by public telephone, of all things.
Okay.
And you've got like a badge number as such. You don't have a badge. You don't have any authority in terms of like, you can't walk where the FBI piss off. You have zero authority according to state governments and all that stuff. But you have this code that you can actually phone through, and it's kind of like using Morse code on a phone initially, and then you get to an operator, and then you talk. The only thing I can draw reference to is like the John Wick when that kind of thing, or that kind of thing. So it's this code. You most of the time you use a payphone to do it. Very rare would you use like a landline. I say landline, like a domestic phone. Payphone.
That makes sense. So that's like the formal agency network, and then
Correct.
we have our own informal network outside of that as well.
Exactly.
Yep. Okay.
And you can do it for anything, like your character, like further on, if you carried on with the character and you wanted to add alien technology to your weapon, instead of you doing the research, which you would suck at, you would actually, contact the agency and acquire the agency as a whole to be doing some research for you. So everybody in the game can do everything in theory. Just obviously some people are better than others. But yeah, that's how it works. So you have like contacts, and you make, if you want to acquire tech, or if you want to find out information through the agency resources, you can do that way. But most of the time, people like agents are just left to go about their business. They get given a brief to go chase something up, and they go after it. And usually you have 1, 2, sometimes 3 objectives to acquire. In this case, it's a blanket objective of investigate and neutralize alien threats, and then convince civilians that nothing's going on. You're all smoking something. You are bad gas. The gas leak in the building has caused you to hallucinate.
But we don't have nebulizers though.
No, you don't have those. What's the Men in Black one? The neutralizer or something?
Nebulizer.
Cool, Bubba. So I'll step back there. You both get a folder that just has details of I was going to say a Rachel Smith, but I won't. A Rachel Johnson, nothing thing, is the witness, the homeless person, and no place of residence, but generally found in alleyway corner of Third and Rich Avenue, just to be odd. You got it,
and that's near the apartment.
It's probably like 2 blocks away from it, but close. You can walk it, but you've got a car, so why would you? And somebody's got a chauffeured car, to mention.
Yep.
The socialite was a background that I only added recently, so we haven't had anyone play one yet. It was just the theory of like, Yeah, why can't a rich person get involved in the agency? And that's what they are.
Okay.
They like the filthy, stinking rich people that most people hate. Um, I'm not kidding. Yeah, that wasn't discriminatory, was it? Not really. And you've got the location of the apartment building and a photo, and yeah, it looks trash. Can't really tell you much. There's a couple of trees outside. It actually once must have been amazing because it's got a tennis court and a basketball court. Um, and no sign of any form of garage entry or anything like that though. What else is it? Nothing. It's in a not so nice part of town, a very rundown part of town, which makes sense.
Yep.
Cool. And so I just like grab a drink on the way out and enjoy your night. Oh, you can obviously sit here and discuss. And he stands up and starts. He just leaves.
Sweet. So, Audrey, is this your first assignment?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Are you armed?
Uh,
I didn't even look
got a
at.
gun in the car.
Nice. We might need that.
It's
I'm pretty new to this as well. What do you think we should do?
Well, seems pretty obvious. Go down to the apartment and check. Just have a gatter.
Should we stake it out from across the street or something first, or should we just bowl into the apartment itself? Do you think? After we've talked to Whatchamadoodle and the alleyway.
Oh, that's a good idea. Talking to her. Probably
Yeah.
be useful.
Rachel Johnson.
Rachel, that's her.
You just have to change to Nikes and you should be fine, right? Wait, Nikes weren't invented yet. You definitely don't want to be wearing your Prada down there. Prada was around. But yeah, so you got Rachel's the only lead as such that you got, and she was a witness.
I mean, I think I'm going to fit in. I'm a classic private eye looking guy. I'm wearing a suit and a trench coat, but they're not super clean or super fine. It's yeah, classic gumshoe setup. That's what I'm wearing.
Yeah, excellent.
Yep.
So okay, have you got a ride?
Yeah.
I've got my Cadillac out front. It's got plenty of room, but you look like you might
state
be
of the art about
used to-
20 years
used to
ago.
something
Ridden in a
better.
Cadillac before.
Oh, welcome to come with me if you want.
Never ridden in a Cadillac before. You're the kind of person that's never been on a bus.
That's interesting. Yes.
Or
exactly.
the what's the Pretty Woman style? My first car was a limousine.
Yep.
All right.
Imagine.
Well, let's go find this. Let's go find this Rachel to start with, and we'll take things from there.
So you guys jump into the Cadillac. Audrey does get her gun out of her car.
Yep.
I assume because
Grabs a coat as well.
grabs a coat. It's cold. It's late. It's not late at night. It's like 7 o'clock. It's February in New York, so it's like winter's coming to an end. There's still frosty days, but most of the streets are filled with the slush of melting snow, and every now and again it rains. And luckily this night there's not much rain, but it has. It's rained probably a couple hours before you guys actually got to this place, and you drive out to this area where this alleyway is, looking at a street map, because it's just an alleyway, and you find it, then you park and you get out you're walking down the alleyway and you can see there's a couple of like pop-up tent type things that have been set up. And some people like kind of cower when you start walking through, and a couple other people start looking orderly up and down, like, and it seems, at the very least about 8, obviously homeless people sitting in this place. And you see the photograph of that you were Rachel. You see somebody that closely matches the photograph. You're not 100% sure if it's exact, but you think it's like the photograph is a little bit older, where she's cleaner in the photograph and looks like she's, turn her bad luck, put her on the streets kind of thing. And she's sitting there having a cigarette and sitting on the ground just by this tent, and she's just smoking and her hands are shaking, and you can see there's before you even get up, there's a notepad, and it looks like she was drawing something in it, and then one of you, or a bottle gets moved somewhere up the street, up the alleyway, and then she suddenly looks up and closes the pad, and like looks the two of you up and goes, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. Just I've told them everything. Leave me alone. What do you do?
I'll just walk up, hands raised, non-threatening, and go, Rachel.
Yeah.
So, we're not looking to harass you at all, but we've been told you might be able to help us with an issue in town, and you might have some information that could help us solve that issue. So I'll if she's not looking like she's going to bolt, I'll squat down next to her and pull out my half-empty hip flask of whiskey that I always carry, because that's how I roll. And I'll take a quiet sip and then offer it to her and go. We're not trying to make life harder for you. We're trying to, like I said, solve an issue for the city.
Okay. You can make a social persuasion roll, but I'll give you a +1 bonus because she does take the flask and takes a drink.
Persuasion.
John, you can make 2 checks. You can make a stealth roll. I'm going to give you like a +2 bonus. That she's like, you do stick out, but she's not really. She's distracted at the moment.
So should I roll 3d6?
Yep. So if you've got social 2, you don't have persuasion, but I'm giving you +1. So yep, you roll 3d6.
Okay. 663.
2 success. So you can use one of the 6s to re-roll the 3.
Oh, okay.
So that's an edge. So that's what the most common use of an edge is, to re-roll a dice that did not succeed.
Ooh.
And then you can use the other 6 to re-roll that 1, because you got 2. Not but you got 2 out of 3, right? And she's like, but I told the coppers what I saw, and nobody was interested.
We talk to the police, but we aren't the police. And we issues that the police sometimes have problems dealing with. If you can help us, then we can hopefully solve an issue.
Okay. What's that? You know, they and she's like rattles off a street name, and it's in that old building that used to be some, I don't know what it used to be, but and she takes another swig of the whiskey, hands it back to you, and then takes another drag on a cigarette, and she's like, they claim to be helping people, but I don't think they are. Something's going on there, and I don't know what it is.
Have you been inside?
Yes, that's where I found out.
Yeah.
Went they what's the word? They like flop house is the wrong word, but they people that need it can go there to have a night's rest, have food,
Yep.
hot meal, not permanently. Like you can't keep going back. Oh, you can if you're really desperate, but it's not a permanent place
Yep.
to rest. But
Like
they
a soup
claim,
kitchen /
yeah,
bunkhouse.
something like that, right? And I was there one night, and they locked the door, locked us in, like the bedroom doors. They locked us in, and then
Okay.
I woke up. I heard somebody crying for help, and then and she takes this like deep breath, and she's like, and you can see she's got this like far away look in her eyes, and she's really like the bloody, the color in her face goes really pale, and she's like,
I'll take another swig of whiskey and give it back to her.
she takes another swig as well, and she's like, and then I heard the scream. I've never heard a scream like that before, never, and I smashed that door open as much as I could, and I ran. First cop I saw, I told the story to, and then he at least listened, and he took me to the station on 44th Street, and they took my statement. Let me. Uh, I left thinking something would be done about it, but that was like 2 days ago, and I've had friends go there, even though I've told them not to, and I haven't seen them again.
Okay. And you heard something happening, but you didn't see uh, where it was or anybody that was actually doing anything. You you left when you heard the screaming start.
She takes like she looks away from you, like she doesn't want, and you get that feeling like she's really scared too. Um, and all she does is nod. Like I saw something, and
Yeah.
um, I guess this is where you you obviously noticed where Audrey is, and Audrey
Mm.
has positioned herself to actually, like, the paper she was drawing on isn't like this, it's a half torn cover of a normal notebook kind of thing, and she, like, sort of before she was able to cover it all, Audrey got a look at the sketch, but for ease of use, she opens it up. She opens it at the same time, and this um, what is it? So hold on, I'm gonna paste a picture into the Discord chat, because that it
Mhm.
always works because it's flavor, right? Upload a file. Huh. Awesome. Uh, Sorry, give me 1 second while I find this thing. Not that one. Oh, maybe that one. Hmm. I keep all my folders separated by the oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Describe. Well, actually, you know what I'll do? I'll open a new page. I know how to do this. Not that many pages. And grab this page here, and then go. Yeah. I know how to do this. Hold on. give me a second. Yes, she starts sketching. Duplicate. Right, there you go. I'll use this one, and then go reset the fog. Right. Give me a second, and then I should make this work. I just want to see if this will work. Yeah, this will work. Hold on. I'm talking to myself. Hold on. I'll do that. Oh, wait, not the free end. Draw lines, yeah. Oh, wait, well, it's just going to be in pink now. I just looked at the shape. I'm drawing the outline of this thing, and I'm like, oh, even the shape of this thing is looking suspicious.
Are you just going back to primary school? Are you just drawing a cock and balls or something?
No. I've got a map already, but I'm drawing like the outlines of the map. Which is okay. And then I'll put your characters on, not your characters, but your view on this map once I've drawn this part. I never ever think about that. Hey, you've been inside. Can you draw it for me? It's like the obvious question, right? Alright, so if I go and maps,
Yeah.
and then go. Alright. Okay. Let's move characters here. You'll forgive my drawing. This is awesome. You should see a pink outline of nothing. Oh, you shouldn't see anything. Sorry.
Fog of war.
Fog of war,
Yep.
right?
That's what I see. I see dark.
Good. So this is just a seriously rough thing, and ignore your tokens on here at the moment. So,
Ooh.
So she'll draw a few things while she's like talking to you guys as well. She's like, there's a door, yeah. At the bottom, she thinks there's a door at the top, but she never went into it. And then each thing, so this is a room, this is a room, this is a room up here. The doors might not be exactly where she thinks they are. There's two, yeah, if she recalls.
Yep.
There's one, yeah. The room she was in was this one, yeah. Was this
Okay.
one? There isn't. She's like, it isn't a there isn't a direct like soup kitchen as such in the place, but one of the rooms, this one, actually this one, yeah, is where like the meals came out of and got brought to our rooms. Like there wasn't a single communal place.
When she busted out of her door, where did she see the alien?
I shall show you now. I'm just checking if I've made any mistakes. There, those are stairs. Yeah, those are stairs. All right, cool. I don't think I made any major mistakes. And the alien was sitting. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And is this a set of stairs to
There
go
are
upstairs to a second level?
there are stairs, and there is a second level to this place. But there's actually two upper levels, but the stairs were boarded off.
Okay.
So the
And
stairs.
this
So just so that she's going to draw them in. So there is a. This is an open area there, and there's a stair block there, but it's boarded in. This is a stair block as well, boarded in. And she thinks at some stage there must have been elevators as well, but she didn't notice any operating.
okay.
And the rooms are literally just bed, a bath, and a table, and not even a kitchen. the way it's been set up, it's not even like really a kitchen. There's either double beds or single beds.
So there's no communal area at all. No, like
None at all. Outside this is a basketball court, an old one, and there's an old overgrown tennis court up this side, top right. And then there's a really big tree top left and bottom right. Really big tree. It goes like they go the full 3 stories up, and then some.
And this is the front door here.
Yep. And as the GM described the trees, I'm like, watch them go and try and go through the top floor. I just had that. I was like, stop giving them stuff to do. And yeah, other than that, it's she's like, it's like this area. It's 2 blocks away. It's really run down. Used to at some stage be a decent area, I would say. And just looking at those apartments, it would have been not wealthy, but it would have been a nice place to live about 10, 20 years ago. But it just seems to have, the whole neighborhood seems to have gone to shit.
Yep. Do you have somewhere else in town that is safe enough for you to stay at rather than here?
Thank you for asking, but I mean, there's a soup kitchen where we can get food and stuff, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay here. I'm just going to stay here. And you can see like her eyes are starting to tear up, and it's obvious that she's too afraid to go anywhere else, to like risk it again going into this place she doesn't know.
I'll quietly grab my wallet out and give her, I don't know, $10. It's probably a lot back in '63, within the '60s.
So yeah, $10 is a lot. Average family income per year was $5,500.
Okay.
Average,
so I'll give her...
average cost of a revolver was $20. Okay. You see the perspective.
Well, I'll give her. I'm not that rich, so I'll give her $5 instead. Then I'll just quietly wrap it on the whiskey bottle, and I'll hand both over to her and say, "Okay, then. Well, we're going to go and have a look at this place. So, we'll if we find something, I'll come back and let you know. But my colleague and I are going to go and investigate now."
As you're about to, you get up and leave, she just grabs the end of your coat, and she's like, she takes your hand to say thank you, and you can feel she's putting something in your hand, and it feels like a photograph or something, paperish, but not money. Obviously, she's not giving the money back to you. And you look at it, and it's got a picture of a youngish woman on it, like probably someone in late teens, early 20s. And on the back, when you see it, it's got the word Tory on it.
Okay.
Just let me know if you find her. And she kind of whispers that, like she doesn't want anybody else to know.
Okay. Oh, I'll pocket the photo and I'll show Audrey later on.
Yep. Does Audrey want to do anything else?
No. Although, as we are leaving, Audrey will be asking about the treatment of veterans.
To who specifically?
To John Smith.
Treatment in what way, Audrey?
Well, from our description, a man who obviously suffered quite a serious injury that very obviously damages his quality of life. as you could see in the picture, is getting treated so poorly by even the homeless community. Them screaming at his presence.
Love it.
Which guy? True? I'm confused. Are you talking about me, Audrey?
No, you don't
No?
seem to have
Oh my
massive
god.
disfiguring injuries.
Oh, right. I get you. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that's a veteran. I can't rule it out. But that's one of the things we're going to have to go figure out.
I have heard that a lot of veterans have those deep-set eyes if they've seen the horrors of war.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
I'm
he
not.
could.
I'm
He
not going to
could be
talk
a
about.
veteran.
I'm not going to talk about my warm days. So, yeah. No. Let's keep moving.
I should do like a setting point there. Obviously, I think, Mike, you assumed, but in your indoctrination into the agency, generally people get involved in the agency because they've seen some shit.
Yep.
And the agency goes, yes, it's true. There are alien creatures of other planets, creatures not of this planet on this planet. So they basically say, yes, aliens are real. That said,
Yep.
the only aliens that you've probably been briefed on are aliens that are called the Grey, the typical, tall,
Yeah.
thin Grey,
X-Files type things.
X-Files
Yep.
Greys. Yeah. Those are the most common ones in North America, anyway. That you've really been told about. There's rumors of others, like primitive lizards living in the sewers, the old crocodiles in New York sewer system. That's where it comes from. And they're very primitive
Yep.
and tend to stay away from people anyway. And there are some others that are more powerful that are just really rumored about. And then the other things that concerns the agency are diseases and toxins and poisons that could be from non-Earth environments that can
Extraterrestrial. Yep.
the worst thing that you could take to a tribe in the Amazon is yourself, because you sneeze on them and they'll all friggin' die.
Yep.
And that's the kind of thing that to worry about.
Yep. Well, that's sort of how I've ended up here. Like, I was on the military side of some black oppy type stuff, where we, helped scientists black bag what we thought were people, but they looked a little sus, shall we say.
You were the guy in the truck that opened the bag. Oh, that was in one of the Roswell movies or something, where the guy opened the bag and saw the fucking alien inside it.
I'm thinking more like some of the X-Files shows where they've put up the plastic, not quite see-through but opaque bloody stuff, and you can see stuff happening on the other side, but you can't really see it clearly. So you're like, what the fuck is going on?
What is going on?
So that's I was asking too many questions, and hence I got shit canned. But I've ended up at this agency instead.
You want to watch something that's really scary? Is Area 51. It's obviously a dramatized movie, but they position it as a documentary. Oh
All
my
right.
god, it is frightful. The gist of it is a bunch of teens managed to break into Area 51.
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that, right? Oh man, it was seriously frightful. Really good, but really frightful. Cool. So yeah, you're gonna head out to the apartment building?
What's what time is it at the moment?
8 p.m. 8:30.
Okay.
Which is kind of ironic, because the first entry I wrote is going to the apartment building by day. ... Funny, right?
So yeah, I mean,
Well, from the
I
sounds
do
of it,
like.
they would have just had their dinners and be ready to get locked inside. perfect
Yeah.
for us to
Sounds like
investigate.
really good timing, right?
Mm.
I do like as soon as you said trees, I was starting to think about like, whether you could get in upstairs, but yeah, I don't know. Are there like across the road from the front door? Is there another building that we can get into?
Oh yeah. But like most of the area is derelict buildings and abandoned buildings.
Oh, yep. Oh, so this is the apartment building. Okay.
Just an example, but the snow is probably actually still there too. But yeah, in the area there's a few. It looked like it was a residential come, when the apartments are very close to the shopping district.
It's a really
So
cool building, to be fair.
it looks pretty awesome, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got a bit of architectural flair to it.
Yeah. So at one stage it was awesome. It was a great place. Um, yeah. And
So,
but no buildings in the block that this thing is in. There's no buildings that are the same height. You might
all right.
have like a
We, we
two
can't
story.
we can't get a view at the upper floors from another building across the way.
Exactly, yeah. But like things
Yep.
like you've got binoculars if you want to like park off at an abandoned cafe or yeah, 3 buildings down. There's what used to be a petrol station, gas station. Um, Not anymore, completely abandoned. There are a couple of just what you see on the map, like you looking at a map before you go in. It looks like there's a couple of like shops there that might still be open at certain times of day. Probably not this late at night because it's not safe. Um, like the convenience store kind of thing, and a bottle
What
store.
what can we see from the outside? Are there people coming in and out at all? Are there lights on the ground floor or the floors above?
All right, cool. So going towards the even further up the road, you can see that there are a couple of lights on, all on the ground floor, nothing on the upper floors. And the door, there's lights coming out of the front doorway, and there's a figure standing by the doorway, and he's just standing there. The streets are completely deserted. There's nobody, no cars even moving around. Nobody. You're the only car on the road at this time, at present.
Okay. So yeah, we won't go up yet, but let's have a powwow. Um, Audrey, thoughts?
Well, it's certainly unusual to be locking people up at night.
Yep.
Still,
Yep.
it's possible, considering the screaming that happened, that they were made aware of someone going to be having mental ill problems, and so they were protecting the other homeless people.
Yep. Or as you said, the veterans.
Yep.
That would be a seriously good angle for an incursion, actually. Just have to be sensitive in that area.
Um, I don't like the idea of me rocking up to the front door, let alone you. I mean, I don't look. I look a little dishevelled, but I certainly don't look homeless. And you look far from homeless. So I don't think we can act like we've come here for some soup and a place to sleep. Um,
Definitely not, but maybe we've heard about how this place is doing such good work for the local homeless community and want to volunteer our time to help out.
yeah, that's a good angle. You reckon you could sell that? You know you're obviously used to running in certain social circles. Perhaps you could play the part of a socialite of some sort, and I'll just be the hired help.
Yes. That
Yep.
sounds perfect.
Okay. Well, in that case, I might as well drive us right up to the front door, so it doesn't look like we just walked from somewhere. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
There's no need
Let's
to
go.
be sneaky about this.
I love it.
Well,
It's like,
sneaky in one way, obvious about it though.
what have I done? Yeah. I don't. Ah, jeez. I was like, what's going on with this thing? It's when you push the wrong button and something changes.
So I'm going to park the car not right in front of the front door, but about 10 meters away from it, just past it, and then I'll kill the car and I'll walk around to the passenger door and play the gentleman for my boss.
Nice one. That's awesome.
So
Yes.
yep, open it up.
She's definitely acting like she's expecting that.
Love it.
She murders on the car.
That's awesome.
So I'll close the door, and follow her, just behind her, but I'll follow her to the building.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. There's a human male at the front. At the front door, and he's got like a stack of pamphlets in his hand. What was I going to say? I think I missed a step. Damn it. And he nods and is like, "Good evening. Would you like to take a pamphlet?" And he just hands a pamphlet out to you. In fact, he hands two.
I'll just ignore
Yeah,
him.
she'll take one and hand it to John.
I'll take it from my boss.
That's a single page, like not even an A5, slightly smaller than an A5, that just goes, what did she call it? Sapphire.
Sapphire Foundation.
Yeah, Sapphire Foundation. Hungry, thirsty, need a place to sleep, and then it's got an address. And the place you're in, like this, you can see just like the streets. It's not a nice place, but yet the building itself, like from where you standing, doesn't look like, even in that picture, doesn't actually look as broken as that picture. It looks a little like somebody's tried to fix it up a little bit.
As I'm just behind Courtney, I'll just cast my eye around the rest of the streets and across the road. Is there anything that looks out of place or slightly dodgy? I'm looking for lookouts or people that are standing on corners or
Cool.
that sort of thing. Just real subtle.
Make an awareness roll.
Awareness, I have 3. So 3d6. 5, 5, 6.
Cool.
Good roll.
On roll 20, I don't know if you know this, but if you do the greater than and you put the 4 in like that after the dice roll, it will actually count successes for you.
Oh.
So if you do like that, and hopefully not such a terrible roll, it highlights the 1s and the 6s. And
How do you...
just a greater than after your dice roll. So you slash 3 dice 6 greater than 4.
Oh, right, so you roll it and then you put the greater than 4 thing. Okay.
In one dice roll. So you do in one
so you
line.
type it all in as opposed to going to the dice icon. Okay.
Like that. I didn't even know there was a dice icon. How about that? There's a dice icon?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I'm used to using CAD programs, so I look at menus like this one up here on the on the left, like just over here.
Oh, that's right. There's a dice thing. I forgot that.
Yeah, and it's got measurement tools and what have you.
Yeah, I use all that stuff,
Yeah.
but I don't think I've ever used the dice program before. Hey, advanced dice roller. Oh, check this shit out. You
Yeah.
can go dice 6.
In the advanced dice roller, you do have the target numbers, which you can
Target
use.
number is greater than 4. Have I got the right symbol in there? I have, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Sweet. I didn't
It
even
still
know that.
works.
Oh, it puts it in
Oh,
brackets.
so if I put in target number greater than 4, then it'll do that same thing. Okay, well, that's cool.
Cool. Not that it matters. Like on small number of dice, it's easy. But when you roll like 10 or more dice,
Oh, it still
counting all
didn't
of
do
them.
it. Or do I have to go
You didn't
to?
put the greater than 4 in.
Okay, so I've got to keep that thing. Oh, that's easy to do on this one, though, because I'm only rolling d6s all the time anyway, so I'll just leave that open the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. And then just change your symbol to the other way. No, that is correct. I've been doing it the wrong way, have I?
No, he used less than.
Yeah, you've used less than.
Oh, less. Idiot.
Less than or equal to 4, so you got 2 6s. Yeah, I do that all the time. I didn't even realize you could do that with the dice roll. That's awesome. See, educational as well as entertaining.
Mm.
Cool. So what are you doing? Yeah, sorry. Awareness roll.
Yes.
Yep. I don't think I'll use my edge to do reroll.
You don't have to. Like you can, but you don't have to. Like you've got one.
No.
But and it is specifically failures because I've had John specifically try and re-roll successes just to get critical fails because they're fun. I had to reword it that it's failed thus. Further, like you're talking about like 80 odd meters away, you don't see anyone, but you see the sign of somebody taking a drag on a cigarette. It's suspicious, but so far away, if they are following you or anything, they're not seeing any form of like nothing identifiable, unless Audrey's wearing the sparkly dress or something.
Are they near another building or
It's
is
just underneath a cover of looks like an abandoned building. Used to be some kind of cafe or something, and
so they could just as easily be dossing there or something and just outside for a smoke.
Correct. Yeah. So you don't think suspicious, but you do notice it.
Okay.
It's not the Shadowrun paranoia. Somebody's down the street. Need to kill them now.
All good.
And he just
Greetings,
looks at you.
Mr.
Oh, Thomas.
As she hangs-
Thomas Reginald
Mr.
III.
Thomas.
And he says it just like matter of factory. And his clothing, there's no way that he's a third of anything. He's
good
not.
name, Mr. Tom.
I should rephrase. Like he's probably in his late 20s, early 30s maybe. He's dressed okay. He's not dressed like a homeless guy. He's dressed okay, but you still get the sense that he's definitely not from your station in life, even though his name might be. Thank you. You don't look like our.
I have heard.
Yes.
Yes. I've heard of this place's philanthropic endeavours, and I was quite impressed. And so I've come here to provide some assistance, as it were. May I speak with the manager?
Currently, that role for the night is on me. So any questions you have, I can try and answer them.
Ah, of course. It's a bit cold out here. Can we go inside, sit down?
Yeah, of course we can. There's not much places to sit as such, but I'm sure we can find a few chairs. And he opens the door and walks in.
Well, if you're... Yep. Come along.
I'm right behind you.
And
Cool.
she enters.
You both enter pretty much at the same time. Both of you can make resilience rolls.
Resilience 3.
Notice how
Perfect.
Can you even get more perfect, right? Do you want to re-roll that 2 for Mike?
Oh yeah, I can with
For John?
the
So
thing,
6.
can't I?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. I
even
was
worse.
just about
Oh,
to
well.
mention the 1. So rolling a 1 is okay. There's no big dramas. If you end up with more 1s than half your dice pool, so if you ended up with 2 1s,
Yeah.
that's where bad stuff happens. And then in
Oh, right.
combat specifically with firearms, 1s reduce your ammo units. So you have that gamble where if you want to use that edge to some people use the edge to actually specifically re-roll 1s to conserve ammo.
Oh, that's what you were saying before. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So you get that gamble decision whether to use the edge to do more damage or cause some condition, or use it to re-roll the 1 so you can save a few more shots.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So both of you, like you enter, and there's this. Like you blink a few times, like you're going from this fairly dark outside into a very brightly lit area, and for an instance, the passageway in front of you is a cop. It's like new. There's there's even a painting on the wall. There's a fresh pot plant in the corner, and then in that exact same instant, it all changes when you like blink a few times, and you just see the decrepit old building that you're actually in, and you both realize, well, actually, do you realize you both can make mental reasoning rolls to try and figure out what the heck just happened from your experience and training? Audrey does not have a clue.
I get 2.
Yep.
2.
Sucks when you got such small dice rolls. You've heard in some part of your training, you've heard of psychic and mental intrusions, and you think something just tried to convince you that there was something else that you were seeing, and definitely some form of psychic, either psychic place, which is rare, or there's a psychic individual in this place.
Yep. It's like a glamour.
Like a glamour.
They're trying to put on the building.
Yep.
Okay. And Audrey doesn't appear to have noticed anything.
No, but she has. You both would have reacted in a way that you saw the flash of what they want you to see it, and then you see the reality, and you both like gave each other a knowing glance. I'm gonna swap maps here to the actual map, and then clean stuff up. I hope you guys are not watching on YouTube at the same time, because I can't like hide stuff on YouTube.
Oh, you're live streaming this on YouTube at the moment.
Yeah.
YouTube. I remember you saying you wanted to stream something. I didn't realize you were doing it on YouTube.
I hope
that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to stream all my D&D games. So if I'm right, this should work. This should work. All right. Plunk you there, plunk you there, plunk you there, and then actually put the players where I want them. Now, that should mean you see just yourselves and a little bit of area around yourself, right? Please say you don't see the entire building.
No, I don't know if I can see myself.
Yeah, that's correct.
Is that me?
That little, yeah. You should be able to control that as well. Should be able to. If you can't, I'll change it again.
Can't select the character.
I hate that every time I do this, it never freaking works. Alright. That's
Now I
right.
can.
Yeah, because I added it onto a different map and then didn't copy it to this map. So, why don't I have... oh, John Smith. No, wrong character. John Smith.
Oh,
There you go. There you go. You are John Smith. And...
no. Was red endurance or
So red
bravery?
endurance,
Can't remember.
green is bravery, blue sanity is how I normally do those in those circles. Mark, you
Yep.
you can actually put in your health bars just so that the
Oh, the yes, just like the other one. So red is physical. Did you say?
yeah. So physical, social, and you can put in your health ratings, not your actual attributes, if you want to. You don't have to, obviously.
Okay.
It's just so that yeah, I can monitor your health and don't accidentally kill somebody. Which happens.
So
Yeah, it can
green
happen.
is my bravery. Blue is my sanity. Not very sane compared to the rest of me.
Yeah. And then I'll just do some slight things here so you can actually
I'm brave and I can bleed a lot, but I'm not necessarily sane. I mean, that's in keeping with my military character.
yeah. And I'm just enabling it so all players should be able to see it. There you go.
Good.
Oh yep, I can move my beastie now.
Yeah. And
Are you carrying two guns, Audrey?
No.
what's a dock in the background?
Oh no. If I get really close, you're not carrying two guns.
So I'm trying to just put in a person for this other guy, which is just not working. I really need to prepare stuff a bit more, but it's... Oof, I need to keep that. That thing looks viciously alien. Whoa. Copy to library. Aha, awesome. Was not what I typed in suit. This thing is definitely not a suit. Holy crap.
Yep.
Oh man. I do it. Sorry. There's a person with you. There's some chairs. The guy that's talking to you is there, and I'm not going to worry about finding anything now because it's just doing my head in and I can't find one. Oh.
He hasn't locked the front door, has he?
No. Oh, he closed it behind him. He's not.
Yep.
He's sitting down. He's not lying down. He closed it behind him, but he hasn't locked it.
I'm going to say to Audrey, I was like, ma'am, do you mind if I step outside for a cigarette?
No, of course. You'll be busy for a while, so it's good to do it now.
Okay. So I'll just quietly meander outside. My plan is to, while Audrey's chatting to your man inside, I'm just going to light up a durry and have a quick shifty through some of these windows as I sort of wander down the street slowly, smoking.
Cool. Yeah, you can do it. Okay, well, I'll start with the order. So, you're talking to this guy. What do you want to talk to? Like, he sits down. He says, "Do you want some coffee or tea or anything? I can have something brought up."
Why, that sounds fantastic. Some coffee, please.
Excellent. He reaches in the pocket. You hear something like like a tinging sound. And he picks it up and it's a little bell and he rings it. Just like 3 times. Ting, ting, ting. And he puts it down.
Mhm.
And you hear a door open up
Very-
there.
Yep.
And you can see this young man, like in his early 20s, coming towards you guys with a little notebook. Looks like he's actually dressed like a waiter. So you were saying you were interested in supporting us?
Yes, indeed. And from the looks of it, you're obviously doing decently well, like yourself, this nice man here. Mr.
To the boy. He goes, Michaels. My name is
Michael.
Michael Michaels.
Mhm.
People just call me Michael.
Of course, Michael.
You
Just
rang.
a coffee, please.
Excellent. How many sugars? White?
Yes, 4 sugars.
He blinks twice at that. He goes, okay. And I guess we were already forgetting his name. Says, I'll take my usual. I need to. Michael turns and walks back.
So you've got good staffing here, certainly.
He's a good kid.
Yes. Came right on the bell, very quick. Shows a feeling of responsibility to this work.
Those that stick around, and some of them ask if there's any way they can help give back to the kindness that's shown, and I'm one of them. I came here for the first time probably 3 weeks ago. I was not in a good way, and they gave me a place to sleep in the middle of, nearly the middle of winter, towards the end of winter. It's really cold, and nursed me back to health because I was not very well. Fed me, and a week after I was out, I guess you could say, I came back to offer. I just wanted to help, and I try and tell people about this place as much as possible and welcome anyone that comes through the door. We only have one real rule here, and that's just no drugs.
A sensible rule.
Yes, there has to be rules. There always has to be rules, else we fall into chaos. But that's my
Yeah.
boring story. What about yours?
Well, it's obviously not a boring story. It's an inspiring story of someone who was down on his luck and has, through the generosity of the more fortunate, been able to improve his lot. Look at you now, a night manager of this entire establishment. You must be helping dozens of the unfortunate now.
Yes, thank you. Um, Thank you.
We could say that you are saving them, even.
And that we try, but we can only go so far. And now we probably see, maybe 10 to 20 people a night. Some we feed and they go on their way. They only want the food. Some stay. Um, we only have
That's quite a lot.
we only have room for 10 people to sleep. on any given not at any given time. Occasionally, a couple or a family will come, and then they'll share a room. But we do, like I said, we do what we can.
It must be rather expensive for all of this. You have consistent backing?
I don't really manage that side of things, but I do, occasionally we'll have somebody like yourself that will come and, offer donations. And in that case, there's some forms we have to fill in to keep it all above board with the tax department. And yeah, that's about it. I hold on to any, well, I lock stuff away in the safe, of course, if there's money handed over on any given night. And yes, that goes through the proper channels.
Ah, so you do have a proper office?
Not me personally, I only help out at yeah, like I said, I only look after the place at night. This night. Sometimes sometimes 3 times a week, sometimes a few more. Just depends if we need more help, and it's genuinely coldest over the last few days, so I've offered to help out as much as I can. There is some unnamed benefactors that, as you can imagine, some people will support a place like this but don't want to be seen in doing so. So a lot of the times on particular government forms we write John Doe or Mary Sue or Jane Doe or John Smith.
Yes.
For whatever particular reasons. But as long as it's, that, yeah. But that's a boring, the admin stuff is always boring. But showing, if you want to see one or two of the rooms, I can show you some of the emptier ones.
I'd love to see a tour.
Of course.
I was planning spending some time here, have a chat with you, maybe fill out a couple of those forms.
Yeah.
Give a donation. And as you saw, my helper here would be glad to assist with any cleaning or work you need.
He's not back yet, but
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure with 10 people, there must be quite a lot of work, and yourself and Michael there, is that everyone? You must be quite overburdened.
oh, we have a nurse on duty for anybody that is not well. And
Healthcare professionals as well.
yeah, volunteer. As far as I know, she's still a student studying for her to become a doctor. So she's gotten through to the nurse stage, and she's still studying. And there comes Michael with the coffee. You can see Michael's coming up, and the tray that he's carrying is, he's a little bit shaky on it. You get the feeling like, yes, this is a job, and he performs the role very well, but you do get the feeling that he's very new to this. And we're going to pause there because that's been a few minutes. So, Mr. John Smith, what are you doing? As Audrey drinks the coffee and he's handed some of the papers and the clipboard.
So I've done what I said I was going to do. I've walked outside and I've lit up a cigarette with my Zippo and a pack of it's an American brand. Pall Mall? No, that's probably British.
Pall Mall was
Camels. There we go.
Pall Mall was British. Camel, I believe, is definitely an American.
Yeah. So I'll have a pack of Camels, and I'll just slowly meander down the block here as I'm smoking my cigarette, acting nonchalant, shall we say, and take a look around, the street and what have you, and just wander onto the basketball court, and I'm trying to get a look in these windows to start with, just if I can see anything as I'm casually walking by.
Cool. And you can actually make it an awareness roll is good. The map shows lots of light coming out of windows. Not all of the windows have lights coming out. And most of the windows have got like blinds or curtains or some form of covering, and some of them are even boarded up. But there is still some that you can, if you get close to, you can look through the cracks and see if there's anything of interest going on.
2 successes and a 1.
Yep, the one's okay. If it was 2 ones again, you would have a problem. I'm not too sure on what. Something flies into your face and you don't see it, or you stand on something. It could be anything. But as you enter the basketball court, you get that same fuzzy feeling, it's like static on a TV, where it looks like something's trying to tune into your vision, but you just shake it off. Which is, it's uncomfortable. It's not debilitating or anything, but it's just really uncomfortable.
Okay.
And then through this window, that window there, you actually just going past and that window for the matter, you just saw an empty room, double bed, nothing special that you could notice. This one has got a single bed, and there is a person sleeping in that bedroom. Let me actually start drawing pictures here. Freehand, pink's always good. You probably can't see it because it's on because of actually I can reveal rooms, right? So through this area you manage to see something like that amount of space.
Okay.
Again, looking through, you get that feeling that something's trying to show you something different. Not very different, just different layouts and stuff to what's there. There is a door here, but this door is completely boarded up and looks like somebody has at some point tried to plaster part of the door closed.
Okay.
This room here, same. It's more like it's a double bedroom again. Looks a lot better quality, and it's not the illusion or mental stimulation that they're doing, but it looks like a better quality than this one down here.
Okay.
And that one down there actually had bloodstains on the floor, just at the foot of the bed. Old bloodstains, not definitely not really fresh. It's got that brownie color already.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you get to the tree. I'll say, are you going to do the full, walk around the whole place?
No. I think that would take too long, and I'm dawdling, so I don't. If somebody did spot me, I look like I've just wandered around the corner for a quick durry.
Yep. So by the time you've got in towards the tree, your cigarette's pretty much done.
Yeah. Yep. And then I'll duck. I'll flick the stump the butt out and flick it up to the sidewalk and go back inside.
Yeah, you come back inside as you see those boys leaving. Audrey, and he's carrying a tray under his arm, and Audrey's got a cup of coffee, and so does the other guy. What do I call him? Jeffrey or something?
Thomas.
Thomas. There you go. create a name, write it down, damn it. Jeez, that helps, right?
John will just casually lean against the wall here and watch his charge Not looking threatening or anything, just looking slightly bored.
Cool. You can actually make a. That's an interesting one. Sorry, it's a mental sciences roll. Oh,
Oh, that is probably the worst.
I'm thinking mental sciences or mental reasoning, but I'm trying to lean towards a sciencey psychology type role, yeah. So I'm leaning more to sciences on this case.
Well, I'll only get the one then.
The
I've got one
dice.
for mental,
Yeah,
nothing for science.
that's it. Not the worst dice roll for you. Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
And you're walking, you close the door. You're not trying to hide or anything, but you Audrey turns to look at you, and you notice that this Thomas dude didn't he's not looking at you. He's looking Audrey up and down, not like a guy looking at a good-looking woman. You just feel there's something off about the way he's looking at her, like he's
Like a piece of meat.
Even worse, like he's studying her. Like he's keenly studying everything about her.
Okay.
And
In that case,
it just struck you as odd.
In that case, I'll just politely go to get him to look at me, and
You
just give him a bit of a glare.
almost give him a fright, and he looks at you. Do you want to make a leadership intimidation roll on him?
Okay.
You don't even have to talk.
The
beauty of Claire is like social plus leadership.
Oh, okay. So 1 for leadership and social 2, so 3. Oh, one, a 5, a 3.
I mean, you're just looking at him, right? It's not like you're saying anything. But he like, you're back. You got that slight. You kind of like shocked him when you drew his attention. Like he was definitely not thinking of anything else. And he's like, you're back. Excellent. And then he turns back to Audrey. So, Audrey, what you doing?
He's having a drink of her coffee currently, and a perusal of these papers.
The papers, straight away, it's tax paper, government forms, and they all like stamped. There's the official name of the company, the registration numbers, all that stuff. It all looks legit on face value. The coffee is horrible. You can almost, like, I don't know if you would, but it's really hard to stomach the fact that it's actually coffee. It smells really good though. It's weird, but it tastes gross.
That sounds like coffee to me.
Yeah.
I love the smell of coffee. I love going to a coffee house, but I can't handle the taste.
Wow. I can't live without my coffee. And I only drink one type of coffee now, and I can't even do cafe coffees anymore. It's really hard. Yeah.
That's
It
a
is
bit
sweet.
unfortunate.
It is sweet though.
Yes. Mr. Thomas, do you know what variety of beans you use?
Beans for the coffee?
Yes.
Yes, I'm rolling roll dice just because I'm lazy to put stuff on Roll20 sometimes. He's like, I think it's bought in bulk, so I'm not 100% sure. Actually, you know what? I remember the coffee got donated last week. Somebody donated a crate of it.
Ah, I see.
So,
John, be a dear and go check it out. I think they might have been using something a bit off here.
oh no, that is terrible, Thomas.
I'm sure Michael will be happy to show you.
Okay. Shall I take your cup, ma'am?
Yes.
Oh, well,
And once
the
you've
dynamics.
determined the proper, you can bring me back a properly made cup.
I love it. Just the dynamic is just like perfectly fit. Yeah, like Thomas doesn't seem to like. He does like sort of stand up, thinking that you were gonna stand up, but then he sits back down. He did gesture to this place, and you can see from a doorway there again. Sorry, I just need to reveal some more areas that have not been revealed. Actually, I have dynamic lighting, but I hardly ever use it because it's painful to set up. That should be about it, I think.
Well, Thomas, while we're waiting for the new cup of coffee, would you show me some of these rooms?
Of course,
I'd like to inspect this place properly.
of course. Um,
You said it can hold up to 10 people. How many are currently here?
we've only got 4 here tonight.
Hmm. Slow night.
Is this more blood on the floor? Sorry to interrupt.
Yes, it's old blood on the floor. As
Interesting.
you go in. There's this area. Is
In quotation marks, the kitchen.
that's the kitchen. Oh, that's actually part of it. That door's closed, but I'm just going to reveal it for simplicity's sake. Hey, reveal. Stop that. That's a bathroom. The door's closed though. There is an actual double bed in here as well, which seems odd why they're using this as the kitchen. You're not sure. Did I just move the whole map? No, I thought I moved it.
No?
Okay, cool. And this is the kitchen where this boy Michael is, and there's a coffee pot there, and you can see there's like a open thing of coffee beans, and there's something in the oven that's cooking and it smells okay. And there's a really big pot of soup on the stove.
Okay.
And this, when you walk past, it's a ledger. It's like there's names. There's 4 names of people, the date, and what rooms they are in.
Jesus, I should have written it down, but I didn't. What was the name of the girl on the photo?
Tori.
Laurie. Is Laurie one of the names?
Tori. Not in this now, but it's a ledger that you could page through if you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look-see through.
If you flip back a few days and you get the Rachel's Rachel Johnson, you see her in the room she was in. That night, that room where she said she saw the person, that room has the name Tori on it.
Ah, great. Okay.
And Michael's like, can you need a drink, or there's still some soup left if you want, and we got some. It's supposed to be for tomorrow's morning's breakfast, but there's some fresh bread in the oven.
I'll just say to Michael, my boss says your coffee's shit. Try again.
He like blinks twice at you, and he's like, I just make it the way that showed me. Just like you can try some if you want.
No, I'm good, mate. You just, like I said, try and make a decent cup of coffee.
Okay.
And I'll get out of your hair.
Yes, sir. I'll try. And you just watch him go through the motions. Coffee goes in. It's the standard kind of percolated, terrible coffee stuff. And he grinds some fresh beans. And it's like on the bag, it looks like the beans are like the overdue date's like a week ago. So it's not, it's not like months overdue, like past sell by date. And he just makes the coffee.
Okay. Is there anything? Do I notice apart from the bloodstains in the room? Do I notice? Can I notice anything else out of place in the kitchen?
There are some stains on the stovetop that are reminiscent of old blood that's been cleaned. Like they've tried to clean it, but they try to clean it after it had been stained for a while. So yeah.
So I'll take the coffee and I'll go thanks, and turn away, and I'll just say to him, "What's with all this mess around the place?
He like looks
And
at
why?"
you and he looks around. Can you be more specific, sir?
It looks like somebody made a bad end here. That's what I'm getting at, buddy.
Sorry, I'm not sure what you mean.
Can I? What was the? I didn't write it down, but the not the taunt. There's another. There was another action to intimidate or something.
Yeah, you can intimidate him again.
Yeah, I'll give that a crack.
Or
What do I have to?
Like intimidation, social plus leadership.
Okay.
Which is
So I
like
get a 3.
there. But if you're going to say something, you can get a bonus for it.
Okay.
Or you can be mean and strong and use your age against him.
A bit of that. I'll seeing we're in such a confined space, I'll quietly put the coffee down, and I'll just walk into Michael's space as he's slowly backpedaling back to the wall, and get really uncomfortably close, and say, "I mean this mess here, mate. Like this bench top and that blood splatter on the floor by the bed."
He's like, you can roll if you want.
Okay.
Actually, give it a roll. I'll see what happens.
335. Only one success.
So this is what I'm going to do. He's like, what are you talking? And he goes, oh my God, what is this? And you just watch the like this glazed look in his eyes just vanish. And you think you've somehow broken the whole...
he was under the glamour thing.
On him by intimidating him out of it. As in, he got one dice to your successes to resist the glamour.
Okay. So what's he doing now? Is he starting to freak out?
Yeah. He puts his hand over his mouth. He's like looking at the stuff. He's looking at the stovetop in absolute horror. He goes and walks around looking at the blood, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know where this came from, but it's pretty old by the looks of."
Okay.
And he
So
just stares around in
that
absolute terror on his face. He's looking at.
I'll just say, how long have you been here, Michael?
A couple of weeks. I came here to. I came here to just for a place to stay because my family, my stepdad kicked me out. And I just came past this place and found the pamphlet and came in, and they've been so good to me. But I've never seen. Look, I've never. What's going on? This is not what it looks like.
I'll grab him. I'll grab him by his shirt.
Right, like you grab him. Effect is how you see it, like as if it was, not new, but like as if it had been fixed up.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I'll grab him by his shirt, and I'm going to give him a not a hard, but not a soft slap to the face.
Whack.
Just like, whoosh,
he lets out a cry.
cover his mouth. Shut up.
All right, cool. You cover his mouth in time.
Look, I don't think this is a very good place, my friend. And it's probably best that you leave as soon as you can. But you can't leave right now. So you're going to have to wait until I get my boss and your boss out of the way. And then I would scarper out the front door as fast as you can. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Can you hold yourself together for about 10 minutes?
Okay, I'll try.
All right, you stay here.
What's going on? I don't understand.
You don't have to know. You just need to get out of here.
Okay.
Yep. So you stay here. I'll try and give you a sign when it's safe to leave, and then just get out and don't come back.
Okay. All right. You pause there for 2 seconds or so.
Yep.
So Audrey, you.
Yep. So as I said, she was standing up and asking him to show her around.
Right.
Which does actually work really well with what John and Michael are doing currently.
Yeah, so, good timing. So he takes you to this. Oops, I'm on the wrong channel. This room, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just reveal it. Oh, come on. Wait, that is reveal.
Like that.
There you go. Bam. And of course,
clean this place at all. There's blood everywhere.
I know, right?
Yep.
All the blood is old and the browny color blood rather than red. And you obviously you see it as well, John, because you have resisted the glamour.
There's having glamour powers, and then there's just being sloppy about your work.
Exactly, and that's what this is, right?
Yep.
It's like these people are dumb. We're just gonna just pull the wool over their eyes. And yeah, like you can see, like it's a single room. There's a little desk, a small fridge to keep stuff in, and this big white thing has a bed. I don't know why it's glowing, but it's a bed. I don't know why it's glowing. It's really clean sheets.
The only thing in the place they've cleaned.
Yeah. Well, that's the only thing to clean. Like hygiene, right? You have to clean the sheets and the beds. And you can see, like, yeah, you go back 10 years, this would have been a really lovely place. But other than the bed itself, it looks like the furniture looks fairly new, like thrift shop or op shop furniture that they've got that's a few years old or a few months old, got nicks and scratches. But it's and order make an awareness roll.
I think this is possible combat. Reroll the 1. No. Still just 2 successes.
Fucking awareness of 4
She walks in,
What's this crap?
looks at the various furniture, gives an appreciative whistle at the very clean bedding.
Okay, this is going to be an interesting one. So, you're like looking at the thing, and you notice that this Thomas is not directly behind you anymore. He's actually kept back towards the door. And as you look at him, you see him look at the door. He looks at you, and let's do this. Initiative. As he's going to be bolting for the door. Now, I'm going to keep this simple, and John Smith can do initiative as well. Because there's other stuff happening.
So I roll my 4d6. Is that right?
Correct. And count how many 4s you get.
Okay.
Bad roll.
Oh, I got 3 6s. So I guess I'll try to
Re-roll that 3
get
as many as 3
that
times
3.
ago.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Is that a 1? I think it is. I don't know what I've done. Hang on. I'll go back up
You
here. And I just
re-rolled
thought
4
it was,
dice 6 and you added 1.
And then one last crack, I guess. 5. 4 successes.
Check that out. So the way we do, can you see this turn order thing on the?
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So we go. You rolled 4. You got 4 successes and you rolled 4 dice. So that's how we break, like if there's ties and stuff.
Right.
And the way this works is pretty straightforward. Like aliens have a rank, so between 1 and 5. If you
Right.
equal or beat their rank, you go before them. They don't roll initiative ever, because they never have to. Now, I'm just going to say that you coming out that door on your turn. You're not doing
Yep.
anything else because you don't know what's happening yet. Audrey, you just that split second chance that you actually turn to look at him as he's trying to move towards the door.
Ah, you're ready for the next room already. I was hoping to have a better inspection of the cleaning, but okay.
Take your time. I'm just going to go check on
Definitely
Michael.
no problem. I'll come with. I'm certainly very interested in speaking with your nurse colleague. As effectively, I'm just persuasion, whatever.
Yeah, actually, use skill, prep roll, make a persuasion roll.
All she's really doing is going behind him so that he can't just lock her in, which is what she expects he's trying to do.
That's what he's going to do, is slam the door and lock you in, which would take some time, but if he got out, he would have been able to stop you. So,
So she just steps up and follows closely.
Yeah. This might not even
too
need
obvious
combat.
about what she's
This might not even need combat. It's quite funny.
Hey, it's important to roll the initiative, because if I roll badly...
Yeah, exactly right. John, you hear a door open and close down this end.
Oh, Tory.
And he...
will that be our nurse colleague up there?
Yes.
What's the young nurse's name?
Yes, perhaps you should come and see Tori.
Tori is the nurse. Okay. Let's go then.
As he... Yeah, you know for a fact that he wanted to close that door on you. As he keeps on looking back to see where you are. I'm going to see you guys get up to about there. You can be as close to him as you want. And then John.
Oh, she's...
So you don't even have to make any checks for this, because you step out the door, you look up the room, and you go, what the F is that? And that will all work if the GM found what layer we're on. Can you see that monster in the corner?
Okay.
Ah, yeah. Bit difficult. What is that?
I realized like the color is really horrible.
Looks like a
I feel like
giant bat.
it might be a human... Like...
Oh no, it's changed colour. It's gone bright red. It's going to attack.
Exactly.
The
That's
arms are quite skeletal.
just so I can see. You see this thing, and straight away the face that Rachel drew, this thing's got the same face. And it's got these long, like spindly arms, and its left hand is just covered in blood. And it looks up at you, and like bares its teeth, and it's like the sickening sound as it almost dislocates, like you hear this squelching sound as it tries to hiss at you but makes no sound, and there's just teeth. There's fangs broken, all just teeth everywhere, and it starts running towards you on
Oh, lovely.
kind of like half hunched over, half on its legs, or sometimes even using its other hands to run. But other than the noise that its body is making, there's no like hissing sounds or anything like that.
Okay.
And you can move it forward one. What do you do?
Is this grid like standard D&T? Is this like a 5-foot square?
It's 1 meter.
1 meter? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 11 meters. So it's within normal range. Okay.
Short range, no modified.
I'm just gonna pull out my my revolver and start popping shots at it.
Go for it.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
shoot first, ask questions later. If it's an alien.
It's not. It's obvious that it's not human.
Yep.
It
is not a veteran. It is not a veteran.
I'm not going to hide that at all. It is definitely not human. Actually, I had its initiative in the wrong place, but that's okay.
I'll as I left the room, I'll shut the door as well. Try and keep Michael from freaking out even more.
Shut the door. That's awesome. There you go. Holy crap. Alright, that should be fun. And yeah. The GM reserves the right to modify alien as the game progresses. Because it might not be good for you if I don't. But hey, I've put this down on paper, so it's on paper, right? Alright. Go for it. You shooting?
Yep.
Alright, so this is where...
Does my shotgun have that sort of range? I don't know what the range is of my shotgun.
Your shotgun's got that range. Your shotgun's just the...
Okay.
So I don't change, like... Yeah, yes, technically you could use a shotgun to hit somebody 300 meters away. Yeah, but you're probably not going to hit.
No.
The difference is the shotgun can't do what's called an aimed attack, so you can only do quick attacks with it, while in theory you can, but it's the shotgun that, in this case, as written at the moment, it's a shotgun that fires like buckshot, so it spreads out and does... So if I remember correctly, spread 2 means that at the end of where it's going to, it does 2 meter spread, if I recall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't really have to worry about it, but you basically... So
So
one action point,
if I had another alien there, I could basically hit both of them with one
both of
shot.
them at the same time, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if it's within shotgun range, I'll use the shotty as opposed to the revolver.
Yep, you can.
So I get... Correct me if I'm wrong here. Do I get 3 dice? 1 for ranged, 1 for firearms, 1 for shotgun?
Yeah, plus your physical.
Oh, plus some physical as well. Okay. So I get 5.
5 dice.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
And you can move forward first if you want, or you can shoot and then move backwards afterwards, because it's got to move. You'll see on a quick attack, you've got to move and then lose slow. So lose slow doesn't matter to you. So some weapons are slow, like things like grenades, for example, are slow.
Okay.
And then because it's a quick attack, you get to do a move either before or after the attack. And you don't have to.
I'll take the shot to start. Oh, that's terrible.
That's
1, 1, 1, and 1. 3 fails, 1, 1, and a 4. I think I might have shot myself.
You nearly shot yourself on that. You got a +1 in there, and I don't think that's supposed to be there, but that's okay.
Oh, hang on. That's because I've still got the roll thing on it. Sorry.
That's okay. That's 5 dice, and you got the 1. Or I can be generous and let you re-roll the whole thing.
He's still going to hit with that because he got
you're still
the
hitting.
4.
You're still doing like 10 points of damage.
Okay. Well, that seems fair.
Yeah. So you get your weapon does base of 9. You got 1 success, so you deal 10, less his resilience, which luckily for you is not very high. So he took a whacker of damage, which.
Oh, I need a lot more damage to kill him. Oh,
yeah,
that's not good.
He's a tough boogie.
So that's one. Is that one action?
1 action point. Yeah.
Can I shoot again?
Yeah, you've got 3 in total, I believe.
Oh, well, we're definitely shooting again.
Yeah. So you got choices. So.
There we go.
Oh, that's good. So just the one big thing I'll point out in this game, just like saying you want to hide behind a wall or door, that does nothing for you. You have to actually make the test to use the cover properly. Is what what the idea is. That's why there's a take cover action.
Yep.
And yeah. So 4 successes. Smash him again.
That should drop that life a little bit more.
Yeah. So that's a total of 13. Wow. So right, yeah. Bang.
Right. And
got one more.
I mean, it's still not getting down much. So yeah, we'll just shoot again.
You like shoot this thing?
Oh, success!
It's a frigging shotgun. All right, now
I'll re-roll that.
Before you do that,
okay,
you've got choices. Shotgun. You can either do a knockdown, which drops him down, and he has to spend movement points to get back up, which will slow him getting to you. Or you can do the bleed effect, which all his tests suffer -1 dice.
Okay.
Or you can re-roll that 1 because you've rolled 3 1s and you've only got 7 ammo units left. So gamble. But first of all, you do what's that? 9 + 3 is 12 points of damage. So you can see how lethal a shotgun could be against a player character.
I think given Thomas is right next to Courtney, and we don't know whether Thomas is a human or going to turn into a bug as well.
Exactly.
I think I'll take the ammo loss and knock the other one prone.
Okay. I'm going to use that icon there to knock him prone, and he takes 12 damage. You've done enough to kill an ordinary human already.
I'll just yell out. Nothing to see out here, Michael. Don't come outside.
I don't think he's going to be coming outside after like 3 shotgun blasts just swindles. Now, because this is all, real time, Thomas hasn't even had a chance to react. All he's seen is and heard this gunfire, and he's slightly shocked. I don't know how Audrey would be reacting, but that's what I'm going to do is put that on your turn.
Shouldn't it be Alien 1's turn?
Oh yeah, sorry. You can move up to. You've got your speed on your page 2.
My speed
you can move
is
that
4.
many meters.
I will move 4 to get close to Thomas and Audrey.
Good. Thomas's eyes are very wide. All right, Audrey, what you doing?
Well, she's just hearing all this gunfire,
Oh, shit.
so she will take cover.
Yep.
As you see, she backs away from Thomas with his gun.
Has Thomas got a gun?
Not Thomas, sorry. John with his gun.
Oh,
No, Thomas has no weapon by the looks of it.
until he turns into a bug and tries to eat us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to plug in my headphones. Great timing. I haven't been on charge the whole day.
Oh, what's going on? Thomas, get here where it's safe. Obviously there's criminals about. Don't worry, my man will protect us. As she effectively does a charm on Thomas.
Us? Cover it. Ooh.
She succeeds, applying the charmed condition to him.
Charmed! Nice! And is that like your weapon, inverted commas?
Yeah,
Okay,
the basic salty
Okay.
smile weapon.
cool. You can
No
elect to
damage.
deal no damage with those. If it isn't, it's a non-damage
With that one, it's no damage weapon, so
Cool.
non-damaging.
Which makes sense. You don't want to
So
damage
that's
the guy
effectively
you charm.
what it is.
Nice
Yeah.
one. Turn done, or you got more actions? I think you got more actions.
She does. Effectively, lastly, she'll just be doing some observe actions for John.
Yes. I love this one.
What does that mean?
It gives you boosts on your next roll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the actions people
And
can
we'll-
do. Can decide to do like observe, which you awareness roll, look around the battlefield, and then basically, tell people where the threats are to give them boosts, or give yourself a
Okay.
boost.
So effectively,
one other.
you've got +2 on your next roll.
Ooh, okay.
So just on your token, I'll put the little mechanic spanner with a 2 on it. So
Yep.
very next roll text that you make.
For just one of the dice or for all the dice?
Just one test. You get 2 extra dice on it.
Ah, okay. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Something else about the mechanics I might as well ask now before it becomes a problem later.
Yeah.
If I was, say, here, and the alien came round there,
Uh-huh.
could I be shooting through Thomas, or would I have to have line of sight direct to the bug?
If you're right next to him, you can shoot past him. But if you were like 1 or 2 squares away,
If I was there, yeah.
you can still shoot past him. But if you critically failed, you'd hit him.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Order done?
Yep, order is done.
Yeah. Dun. The alien. Oh,
I have
shit.
quite a lot of actions, but at this point, not too much to do with it. That will change.
Yeah. I just had, like, the book decided to stop being a PDF. You can just guess what page you were on just now. I know what page I was on. It's just freaking, now I have to go freaking find it again. Because this thing's a freaking monster. Alright, cool. So, John, this is frightful for you.
Mhm.
So, it doesn't...
Okay.
It is slightly affected by you knocking it down. Right. But it gets up at a frightful speed. Does a silent hissing roar. We can barely make out the noise. So it ends up moving 1 square forward. And then on its actions, it's going to go how many? Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4.
Oh,
It comes bounding around the corner. It's frightfully fast. Like it did the like almost like a flip up straight to its feet and then started moving literally frightfully fast. And now I'm going to scare you even more.
ooh,
As it takes
That's it.
it's a lot of attacks.
it takes its slash at you with its bloody claw. Luckily, melee weapons don't have ammo use. That would have been terrible. You take 8 points of physical damage.
Oh. So I have 1 protection,
So it drops it to 7.
and then I have my resiliency. Is
Yep.
that right? Resilience?
Yep.
So that's 3.
So it
So I
drops
take 4.
4 into your endurance.
Down to 6. No, it's not my endurance, it's my bravery.
You're still down to 6. So you got 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hit you hard. And instantly you feel kind of woozy, sickly. But you manage to hold it up, but you think something's not right.
Great.
It's awesome, right?
Okay.
And it tries to like grab onto you and bite you on its second attack, which hits you a lot harder.
That's not very nice.
No, it's not. That's 10 physical
So I lose 4 again.
off of endurance.
I'm down to 2. Woohoo!
Fast, right? And again, you feel like you're almost, you feel like it's either, you're pretty sure that you're contracting some kind of rapid setting disease from this thing.
That's not very nice at all.
No. John screams and then runs and cowers in the corner. And he's like huddled down in the corner back towards everyone.
Well, at least he's not an alien. Well, it doesn't look like he's an
Sorry,
alien right now.
Tommy did it. Yeah, John, your turn.
Yep.
I mean, I'll get the extra 2 shots at this bloody thing, and then I get an extra shot for being right next to it now.
Yep.
So
Word
8d6.
Word of warning: you do your quick attack, you move first, and then shoot. Because if you read your character sheet under the guard,
Yeah.
Stop. What do you mean out of memory? Bullshit. Sorry, I'm like, what's this thing doing? Basically, if you're using a firearm in melee, they can actually smack the gun out the way before you can shoot them. Which is a risk. It doesn't damage you directly, but it can reduce your successes. So
we don't want that.
Always move away. It's like a attack of opportunity in D&D, but only if you're using a firearm.
So I will move there, try and cover Audrey.
Yep.
And then I will unleash hell from my shotgun at the alien.
So what are you rolling now? So you're within near range. So it's 6, and then +2 from Audrey's dice.
Yep.
So 8
So I've got 8d6.
Yeah,
Yep.
nice.
Oh, that's shit. I think I'm.
Sorry,
I think I'm going to re-roll this.
Not into. I use the 6 to re-roll 1.
1, yeah. My ammo's getting a bit low now.
Yep.
Oh, another one.
And yes, you can carry on using it.
So that's one gone. Is
Yep.
that right?
Yep. And
Ooh,
you can
cool.
use it again to re-roll the other one if you want.
Oh,
Oh, sad face. I love chaining.
oh well, that
dice.
stays a 1.
But that's still 4.
Yep.
4 successes, 13 damage. This is a big meaty hit. And it almost
then
like falls over from that one and like it kind of stands and then hisses back at you.
we're going to fire again.
Yep. Oh, that's better.
4 hits.
That's nice. Oh, it's the same.
And I will make it bleed.
Nice. Wrong one. I will use. I used the wrong one before. I'll use this one for bleeding. No, I'll use that one for bleeding.
And then we're going again.
Yep.
4 hits, but a 1. Shit.
You've almost got it.
Can I switch up my gun?
It doesn't. I'm pretty lenient on the. You got a revolver. You just drop your gun into one hand and then you pull the revolver
So
and shoot him.
That's 1 less dice, so I get a 5. Yes, is that right? Right, I've got ranged firearms. Yeah, I don't have the specialty. I don't have the.
You don't have
Okay.
revolver yet. Yep. So 5.
Yep.
But on this weapon, on this weapon you can do an aimed attack and add your mental to the attack.
Oh,
It does make the attack slow because you're trying to aim at something, which means they can try and take cover from it. But that's for you. It only gives you 1 extra dice, but it's still something.
I think I'll stick with that. And
That's a nice roll.
what can I do with? I think I can make it bleed, can't I? With the revolver, that's the only thing I can do. Shit! I should have knocked it down with the shotgun. It can be bleeding and knocked down.
So now, it's the interesting point. So to recover from bleed on its turn is a resilience dice roll. Only needs 1 success to recover from it, as it tries to stop the bleeding. But now you've got a 6. It's called hardening, so you can make it that it requires 2 instead of the 1.
Okay, we're doing that.
Yeah.
And doing as much damage with the revolver as we can.
I think it's base 3, so that's 7 damage, if I remember.
Yep, 3 for the revolver plus 1. Yep. Oh, it's so close.
Yep. It's like putting its one hand in and like blood is seeping out of this thing, and it's this red. It's weird. It's like this combination red black blood at the same time, like really deep red that almost looks like oil is spitting out of it.
I'll just say, Courtney, I hope you brought your gun.
Well, this is where you can use effort and take another shot.
This is true.
If you look at the very bottom of your sheet.
Effort with -1 dice. It's a good time for it. It's like, fuck, I don't want to get hit by this thing again.
Hang on. The little effort. 1 action at minus. Oh, okay.
-1 dice, yeah.
So I'll take a shot with 4 dice instead of 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a simple.
Yeah, definitely.
I really think I need to change that thing at some point, but it's pretty cool.
4, 2, 6. Is 4 damage going to be enough to kill it?
Well, I'll tell you now, that
Yeah.
6 you can't use for anything because you need 2 in order to harden it again and 2 to upgrade it. So you might also use it to re-roll the 2. And you haven't rolled any ones on your revolver, so you've still got the full 10 units, I believe, or 5 units. I can't remember what revolvers have.
Oh, another 6!
Alright.
And then...
You'll re-roll the 3.
Oh!
So that's, what is that? 6 damage? Is that right?
3 plus
Yeah,
3.
three hits. Yeah.
Hey.
As you last-ditch effort, as you're putting your hand out back there to go, keep Audrey at safe. You want to make sure she's safe. you're just like, fuck this thing, and you pull that trigger, and you catch it square in its open mouth as it's hissing at you, and you watch the grey-ish matter at the back just go all over the floor behind it as it drops dead.
Woohoo!
Exactly the amount of damage you needed to take it down. Exactly.
Great shot.
Thanks, Courtney.
Is that what the token is? Is that Courtney Laviot or something?
Oh, not Courtney. Audrey, sorry.
I was like, is that somebody? Like, she looks familiar. I don't know who she is. Yeah, and there's like this.
She's an actress.
I figured as
Yeah.
much.
So I'll just move here.
Yeah, combat's
Actually,
effectively over. Like, normally we'll finish the round, but there's literally not much to go on with.
Okay, so he's not gonna convert into a monster at some stage. Good, because I
really
some
want
shape
him to,
feeling.
but I am concerned with people's. I am concerned with people's time as well. But yeah, I figured that one was okay.
Oh,
Which was
Thomas, it seems you're quite lucky to have had us here right now. Getting a break-in from an obviously drug-fueled menace such as that.
What?
We'll have to contact the police, but come on, let's go finish our tour. My man will take care of this.
Like, the Thomas turns and looks at you with like these wide eyes. That's they're very dark,
Oh,
and there's like this white drool spilling from his mouth.
this isn't good. Is he? Have you still got him charmed?
Maybe too
I think that's
charmed.
the only reason he hasn't attacked you.
He like sort of
Jeez.
he pulls himself up and stands, and he goes, you should come with me to a room. We should stay in a room, and we'll be safer in a room. It's a warm bed, and you can get food and breakfast in the morning. You'll be safer in the room.
Is there a
Oh,
way
we're
for me
quite
to get some health back before something else happens?
Yeah, let's actually handle that first of all. So my PDF decided it didn't want to load my character sheets anymore. That's okay. Let me remind myself. So
Healing checks.
healing checks, mental sciences. So
Oh, that's the worst.
once per combat per character.
Yep.
I'm going to put this on you. Actually not that one. I'm going to put that one on you because you are diseased.
Lovely.
You don't know what the disease is yet, but it's not nice. So you or Audrey can make a mental sciences roll.
Mhm.
Only one roll is allowed per character per combat. That combat's over, so if somebody else does attack you, it's a different combat.
I've got a success at least
Okay.
with my one dice.
I'm going to patch myself up. So,
Yeah. Audrey takes a look at you. Nothing more she can do.
so unfortunately, because it's only one dice, you heal 1 point of damage.
Oh,
So the way it would normally work, if you've got, not normally, the way it does work, is you get to decide where that damage is healed from. So if you had other damage, you decide where you want to heal. And if you rolled any edges or stuff, you can heal. Like if you rolled an edge, you might have at least done something to weaken that disease.
right. I get you.
And diseases and poisons in this are actual threats themselves. They operate on different combat scales than a combat, but they get to make actions and attacks against you. And yeah, it's really interesting when you get affected by one.
So I'm just like Audrey's just been talking to Thomas, and Thomas is turning into a slavering zombie werewolf character.
Something's not right with him.
Yeah. I'm just going to look at Audrey and
Well,
just give her a
John.
"What's your plan?" type look.
Well, John, as I said, we need to call the appropriate authorities to deal with this drug-fueled man, possibly to have a look at our friend here who seems to maybe have been exposed as well.
Exposed?
Uh,
Yes. Weather
Yes.
outside, exposure. Better stay in the room, it's safer.
yes, ma'am. I'll.
So, Thomas,
Okay.
come into one of these rooms. Obviously, you need the warmth and safety.
Yes, warmth and
Yes, you-
safety.
You open the door and point for him to go in.
He follows you.
I mean, this may not be part of your plan, but I, from where I am right now, I'm gonna take a swing
Excuse me.
with my bat and try and knock him out.
Go for it. It's like he's ready to go into the room with Audrey and you just whack him.
Yep.
I'll give you
Yeah.
an extra bonus dice on this because he's totally oblivious to you.
So I get plus
Audrey wasn't
one.
expecting that either.
And yes, he is still charmed because he failed his resilience roll to recover from it.
So I think I'm rolling 5 dice.
So it should be your physical plus melee, +1 for being in short range, +1 for the bonus dice, the mental aimed attack on him, or it can be a quick sudden smash in the face.
So I've got 1. Yeah, I'll go for the. I'll try to club him right in the, the base of the skull and knock him cold.
Okay.
With one swing. That's what I'm aiming for.
Very hard, but yeah, go for it.
So it is 5 dice, isn't it?
Yep.
5?
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's terrible.
Use the 6 to reroll the 1.
Yeah, I'm going to have to, and then hope, for a couple of 6s.
Or you can fumble this one.
Oh, we're going for it.
There you go.
Oh well, we got 2 successes.
And the base damage of the weapon is
Fumble
0, I
could have been
believe.
fun.
Yeah, it is 0. Why is that?
Yeah, because it's just an ordinary little bat. So it's all about how well you hit something.
Because the baseball bat does less damage than a pistol.
Yeah, it does less
Okay.
damage than a pistol. Exactly that.
So
way.
I do 2 damage.
2 damage to him, so not very effective. But you hit him hard enough that he takes a stumble forward into the room.
Can I? I was going to say, can I follow up and try and shove him to the room and close the door?
Yeah, between the two of you, you shove him, and then Audrey just closes the door.
Okay. Is there a
Pull one of the chairs to
Yep.
stop it from being opened.
close it off?
Because he had the
Yep.
keys.
Thankfully, the doors do open outwards, so
Oh,
the chair
is that
works.
combat over?
You didn't take any damage.
Oh, do I have to take damage to try and get some health back?
Yeah, of course you do.
Oh, I thought I just found a good cheat.
No, nice try. Nice. But yeah,
Well,
so I should reiterate, like combat from a previous damage can't be healed from medical care from a trained paramedic.
Okay, so Thomas looks fairly safely locked in there.
Thomas is, safely locked in there.
I'll say to Audrey, I'll be right back.
Okay.
And I'll
Yeah.
bolt up to find Michael. Just go,
You-
wait.
Well, going in, you don't hear him, but you end up opening the bathroom door, and he's rocking back and forward in the bath with the same dark, deep-set eyes and slithering at the mouth, and he's got like a hatchet in his hand, like a butcher's chopping block knife, like that thing that looks like a small axe. And
Okay.
he's sitting there, and he's like got cuts in several places, like he's cut himself.
I'll just close the door.
Sort of accidentally, by the look of it. Yeah, he just closed the door as he rocks back
I'll
and
close
forth.
the door, and I'll basically knock the handle off from my side and take out the
Take out the little turning thing.
the thread on the bottom. So he can't open it from his side.
Yep, nice and easy. That's a good strategy, actually. Try and open a door when it's got nothing to turn it from the inside.
And then I'll come out and say, yeah, I thought Michael might be okay, but on second thoughts, no. He's gone all mouth frothy as well.
We're definitely going to need to get proper medical attention for these people.
So, I forgot to mention before, Rachel, when I was talking to her earlier in the alley, she gave me this photo of this girl named Tori. Just as we were leaving.
It definitely does not look. It doesn't even look human anymore. There's nothing. It does have like old pair of jeans on, but other than that, there's nothing signifying that it's even was human.
Public phones about? Phone booth?
I'll say yes. You saw one. Just
yes, I saw one.
Half a block up the road. And they're pretty
half a block up the road.
They're pretty obvious
it's like,
at this time of the.
It's like there's a narrator in my head feeding me lines.
Have to, right?
Yep. Oh, excellent. We'll need to call this in once we're sure it's safe to do so.
Yep. And send people with flamethrowers.
Yep.
Effectively, yes. So, if you would, please, just use the door.
Are we going in? Is that the door?
We should certainly have a look.
Alright. Got the shoddy out.
Oof, oof,
Oh.
oof.
Am I converting? Am I going to eat Audrey?
I hope not. This is.
Join the dark side.
Join the dark side. Alright. This should be fun. You feel intense pain from your abdomen.
Oh no.
I do feel like I'm picking on you, but it's not intentional. I promise.
Am I going to have a John Hurt experience?
Oof. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to keep that 6 like that is. You suffer. Sorry, 2 points of endurance damage.
And endurance is... Oh, well,
Yeah.
that puts me on 1.
Sorry, I remember how this thing works. Ooh, that's not nice.
It hurt itself pretty bad.
Yeah. So the way the diseases work is not just once. So they have a health pool like people, but you don't attack them yourself. They just, for every failure they have, every dice that fails, they take damage.
Right. So it can kill itself as it's killing me.
That's effectively
or
your
I can
body.
get medical treatment to get rid of it.
Correct. So your body is trying to fight against it.
Good times.
And doing okay, but it feels horrible. and this particular disease acts in the same speed as a normal combat. So you've got different time scales. So you're like acting in the same. Like every time you're moving, it's trying to attack you. But yeah, you just feel really not well. And yeah, door in front of you.
I just
You
said,
can open it.
I just said to Audrey, if I start frothing,
Don't want to
so
have a
yeah,
nice
I
room.
open the door.
This door.
You're gonna lock me in here as well.
We're already doing it to some.
It's a safe
There's a
place,
chance
right?
you can be saved. Yes.
This door is actually unlocked, which you suspect because you don't think alien frothy mouth or teeth mouth would have been able to actually do anything. And you enter the room, and there is a person on the bed. And
Okay.
I hope I don't cross any lines, but she looks like she's pregnant.
Oh, lovely. Does it look like Tori?
Yes.
Does it look like a dodgy pregnancy, like Night of the Living Dead style?
I'm going to say like, yeah, the top she's wearing, the bed is half visible, and you know how someone get the veins that you can see on the belly when it's stretching. Those veins are not like blue or red; they are black. Yes, it does not look like a good pregnancy. Yeah. She's
Audrey?
A, asleep. B, she is cuffed to the bed frame with handcuffs. So definitely, yeah, against her will.
This is new territory for me. This is like the shit I saw like when I was doing Black Ops. This is some of that weird shit.
Nope.
Very.
Audrey steps out,
are we-
looking a bit green.
Okay. So yeah. That's something. Ooh, do you think we should call it in now? I mean, I might be turning into one of those bugs soon, so you might be on your own
Yes.
shortly. In fact, I might be trying to eat you.
Might I suggest getting yourself into one of these rooms, and I'll go
Ow.
call it in.
You go call
Well,
it
the Michael was in that room,
Yeah, Michael's
inside the bathroom. So if we have John just go into that room, he can read the ledger while he waits. Get the chair to lock it in the same way,
You reckon?
and then seems safe enough.
Okay. I will self-isolate.
self-hustler. Sounds appropriate as you feel this stabbing, tearing pain in your stomach again.
Okay. Well, before it, I'll how do we do this? I'll knock the handle off with my bat on this side.
Yep.
We could still open it with the mechanism, and then I'll step inside, and Audrey can take the bolt out.
There you go.
Yep.
And I will keep my shotgun trained on the bathroom.
As you feel like your guts are getting ripped out of your body, and you take another 5 endurance damage. Remember you remember your protection and resilience still helps you, even though it's internal.
Oh, okay. So I should have been 2 before.
Yep.
And how much damage this time?
Audrey is going up.
5. Okay, so I take 1. So hurry up.
Yep. Painful. you
wander in here, and I'm striking up a durry, and I'm going to drink the cold coffee that I left on the bench.
You're like drinking the cold coffee, you think, and you keep seeing things moving around like shadows in the corners, and you've got your gun out, and you just shoot at walls, and you like, then you're like, what am I doing? And you feel like this paranoia is kind of like sinking into your brain. Am I in the right place? Yes, I am. Where am I? Wrong place. Damn it. Yeah. As you're momentarily enraged and shooting at nothing, because there's nothing around. As Audrey is running up the hill in, Pradas? That's the only shoe I know, right?
Yeah.
High heel shoes.
Very nice shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to wrap this up pretty
And a
simply.
designer jacket.
And a designer jacket. There was 1, 2. All right. So, Mike, make a resilience roll. Just one. 3d6.
Resilience. Ooh, 2 successes. Shall I use that 6?
No, you don't need to. You only needed 1. So you like shake off this rage feeling as you feel this burning, tearing, holy crap, sensation hit you for 1 point, and then it all seems to subside.
So
Sorry, wrong button again. Keep pushing the X to close the window.
I was going to say, my protection saves me from that 1 point, doesn't it?
Yep.
Woohoo!
You feel it, like you're aware of it, but it doesn't deal anything to you.
Okay.
As your body seemed to fight off that infection. Or your military training helped you.
Okay.
Audrey,
I am going to kick the door down, like the door to the room.
Alright, make a physical athletics roll. Shouldn't be that difficult.
But athletics and so 3d6.
Yeah.
2 successes.
Not hard. Which is really odd that they open outwards, isn't it? Which makes it easier for you. It's really odd that they open outwards, actually. I was wondering what all those lines were, and I just realized it's actually where the
door
is.
swing.
Yeah. You open it. It's not a problem. Audrey, Audrey's running up the road.
Okay.
How about this? John, roll 1d6. You don't 1-to-1.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't roll a 1.
Roll 1.
Are you sure I don't want a 1?
You don't 1-to-1.
Oh.
Good.
Not a 1.
Oh, okay.
No, just random encounter roll. 1 is bad. 6 is good. And yeah, you go up. You're heading to the payphone, and you can see it in front of you. John, what is John doing? What is John Smith doing?
I'm just going to come over here and do my listen at the door to see if I can hear Thomas for a start. Can I hear him near the door at all?
Yeah. You can hear scratching on the door.
Okay.
And
Then I won't do what I was planning on doing. I was gonna disable the door in the same manner as the other ones, but if he's already at the doorknob, then I'll leave well enough alone. Okay. I'll just train my shotgun on that door for now and wait for Audrey to get back.
Just like, come on, open the door. I dare you. You pick up one of the chairs from there, sit on the chair with a shotgun pointing at it. And this way, in combat, you take this action called a guard action, and you just go, I'm putting all my action points into my guard action, so I get to shoot anything that moves. Alright, Audrey gets to the phone.
Yep.
Shock horror.
And she begins
actually
Fine.
is there and it's working because you rolled a 5.
Awesome. Yep.
Yep, you do the code
He'll
call.
begin dialing to the agency.
Yep.
Yep.
Doesn't take long. It takes like 10 seconds to do that, to dial the code, and then you punch in numbers for your badge number because you don't have to do the voice, and then a receptionist answers and it's like, reception, how may I direct your call?
Cleaning services.
One moment, please. This is cleaning. How many rooms tonight?
Let's see, it's like 15. It's quite a big one.
You know, you know, agency speak. You click through it. Oh, you go, yeah, agency speak. That's how many bodies you need to clean.
Yeah.
15.
What's 15?
Potentially.
Could be right.
We don't know. Let's see.
Well, now you do know because he told you that he's only got
So
4.
she would.
He's only got 4 plus
Yes.
them 2 plus the alien that you've encountered, so that's 7.
Yep.
But we don't know that for sure.
No, you
Yeah.
don't, because there's lots of secret places.
I
Yeah,
mean,
so she would be saying 10 plus.
Excellent. Location.
like
Give
in
street
flamethrowers.
address.
bring the extra strength Dettol.
There needs to be
May need a medical team as well.
Very well. Well, we need a code word for flamethrowers now. Well, I need to watch Men in Black again, what they do in that first one when he goes, I need a something zone from at 15, 20, 10, 15, and 20 meters or something. Yeah.
Yep.
I could think, oh, bring your super, bring the cleansers or something. Anyway, we'll figure that out. Need some agency slang. Yeah, they register it, and urgency.
Medical team high, cleaning lower.
Excellent. Medical team will be en route in 10 minutes.
Excellent.
Oh,
Thanks up.
yeah. And you walk back.
Yep.
Cool. I've already uncovered what I wanted you to uncover, but I think it's midnight, so it's a good time to. I should actually ask, Mike, are you in Australia or?
No, New Zealand.
Okay, I thought you were in New Zealand. I didn't think you. I thought you might be in New Zealand. Is more accurate. So, but you're ahead of us, aren't you?
Yeah, it's 2 in the morning now.
Sorry, mate.
No, she's right. No, I knew like if it was a 10:30 kickoff Australian time, I'd be playing till late-ish.
Okay, all good. Just so you know, but you basically got the gist. Like, I'm gonna wrap up some stuff. So, the medical team does arrive. You, John Smith, if you want, you can get some treatment.
Oh yes, I want.
So, it's not, the paramedic only heals you 5 points. Not
Well, it's still
a good
still
roll.
better than 1.
Yeah. But any conditions, if you had any, would have been cured as well.
Okay.
The two, let's call them rabid individuals, as in rabies dogs,
Yep.
are disarmed of any weaponry, and both of them actually ended up with knives or blades or some kind of weaponry, and they get kind of like straitjacketed and carted off into an ambulance. The later,
Tori?
Tori gets carefully moved, but she wakes up in a horrible, horrible pain, and makes you think that, you know, shock horror in a few, in a few hours that could have been you. Maybe a few days if it took its time.
I've got a feeling she's got something worse. I mean, I'm thinking she's impregnated with like alien seed.
Uh-huh. Yep. And the cleaners crew come in, and between all this time, you just check all the other rooms out, and Tori was the only one that seemed affected with pregnancy in this case. The other occupants were all also handcuffed to their beds, but they were all there was 2 other men and 1 woman, but they all had the dark eyes and, slobbering at the mouth, kind of rabies look, and they all get carted off as well. No basement, and the other 2 stories seem completely empty on investigation. But in examination and, I guess, reports and talking to the cleaning crew and the medical crew, this beast, that you killed after how many shots you put into it, they call it a breeder. Its entire purpose in life is to literally put alien eggs into humans that will eventually hatch into one of them.
So I was going to have a John Hurt moment.
Yep. You are going to not be happy. And the fact that you killed it, you are, they seem extremely impressed by the fact that you took one down. You get the feeling like these things are really tough, and they are really tough. Like mechanics wise, it had 55 health points, and 7 dice on all this combat. But I didn't give it any of its extra, like the threats have extras based on what their ranks are and stuff. I didn't give it any extra bonuses. I just kept a nice straight thing, but it's still a tough thing. I think you had 6 or 7 shotguns before you took it down.
Yeah, and a few revolver shots.
And a couple of revolver, and you finished it off with a revolver shot, which was awesome. And that's pretty much your briefing is like your objective, what's going on, investigate it. You found out what's going on. Not a nice place. Your second thing was neutralize the threats, which you did it. And considering there weren't really any civilians to convince that was all okay, then that doesn't really count anymore.
I'd like if I'm getting praised for killing this beast, I'll make sure that it's both myself and Audrey.
Okay.
Team.
It was a team effort, Captain. It was a team effort, Sergeant. And
although I don't say that Audrey seemed to do fuck all.
Team effort, although I didn't really see her lift her gun.
Yeah.
I don't bring that up. I just, we were tasked this thing together, so we're a team.
She kept one potential threat at bay while you took out the other one.
That's true. I mean, Thomas could have. I was concerned about him turning into an alien like that other one, because that was hard enough to kill. 2 of them was going to be a problem.
He was going to be a slightly
one
weaker alien.
One of them was a problem.
Yeah.
That actually kind of worked out quite well. So basically mission debrief is exactly that. You just run through what happened, and yes, it's paperwork and it's horrid, and it's normally, most of the time it's paperwork that just gets filed and you put it in an envelope and you leave it somewhere that's been predetermined and somebody picks it up. Doesn't go through the postal service. And you earn XP because you survived. So the way this works is you get 1 XP for the session, you get 1 XP because you investigated and roleplayed the investigation, you get 1 XP for neutralizing the threats, and I'll be generous enough to give you another 1 XP because that monster was a monster. So you each get 4, unless there's any found out what happened to the girl. So I'll give you an extra 1 for that. So 5. And technically she's alive, and you can, if you want to, you can go back to Rachel and say, hey, we found her, she's alive, she's just going to spend a few days in the hospital.
Yep, Rachel seemed concerned. I'll go and tell her.
Cool.
And you
I
can
also,
give her the steel.
while maybe before the investigation team proper got here, I've taken one of the teeth from old mate.
Yep. Very
Just
easy.
Just as a
easy
trophy.
To pull them out.
Yep. I'm just gonna make myself a little necklace. That's the first alien tooth in the collection.
Yeah. the guy like a Universal Soldier with ears, but you have teeth.
Yep. And my well, let's put it this way: my I put down my vice as alien hatred.
There you go. It's like, even if it's remotely alien, you have to kill it.
Yep. And
No
my fear
chance
is
of rescuing pets in this one.
my fear is assimilation by this enemy. So
and you're sitting there and just thinking like, oh my god, you could have been turned into this thing. You could have been assimilated. That would have played rightly against your friggin' fear.
Yep.
The problem is you wouldn't have already known what was happening. So, but in hindsight,
this is the first time I've actually seen one too. Like the other ones were, other people behind the curtain doing stuff with potential aliens.
And when somebody goes, wait, they shouldn't have 14 spleens. What's going on here? You're like, what? Yeah, overhear those kind of conversations. Is that its heart? Yeah. No, I've already got 3. There can't be another one, can it? So
that was cool.
Awesome. Glad you enjoyed. That was fun.
Good fish.
I use some GM thing that I've been working with at the moment so for every player character, the GM gets 3 threat points to use during the game, and threat points are used to generate threats, which are alien bad guys and other little things, so you can like modify stuff on the fly. But that breeder was worth 5 threat points. So the other 2 guys were going to were actually going to turn into aliens, but you stopped it in time. Because that would have been chaos. You're fighting this big guy and these 2 smaller ones come to start hacking you apart while you're trying to shoot this big guy. So it actually kind of worked, which is another side of little side piece we're working on at the moment, where players can actually, instead of like gaining an extra dice for something, they can go, instead of using an action, they can actually ask for extra dice by giving the GM more threat points, which worked very well in the Star Trek Adventures game we played. It was chaotic, but I like the idea. I really like the idea.
We gave so many threat points.
Oh, so many. So many. I think there was like 4 in the... Must have been more than 4 in a single session, and once... we boosted him.
Yeah.
It capped at 10, I believe.
Like plus 15 or something.
Were you all wearing red shirts?
Yeah, pretty much. My character got vaporized at then.
Yep. So you must have all been wearing red shirts. You must have.
You must have, right? Oh gosh.
Yep.
It's like, this isn't Star Trek. Star Trek's not lethal like this. I got vaporized.
Have you ever heard of an author called John Scalzi?
Can't say I have.
He does quite a few books that are really good. Like he does a series called Old Man's War, where basically the human population humans are spread out interstellar, and they've run out of people to fight against the aliens we've now encountered out in the wilderness. And Earth, because basically Earth is a paradise, it's just become a breeding ground for people to live and die in relative safety. And then once they hit retirement age, they basically sign up to the army, the Marine Corps, but they get put into genetically modified new bodies. So they have all these septuagenarians and octogenarians that given these brand new genetic bodies and all fuck like rabbits on the spaceship back to fight some aliens. But the other book that he wrote was one called Red Shirts, and it's all about basically a whole bunch of characters on the spaceship doing stupid tasks all the time, where the people in red shirts always die. And they, a couple of them finally figure out that they're actually characters in a novel, and someone else is controlling their universe.
It sounds like I've got a friend named Carl that people, but they get pulled into like a computer game or something, and things like that, those kind of stories. It sounds like a story that he would really like.
Yeah, it's a hard case. It's well written, but it's quite funny.
No, that's crazy. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to toodle to bed, but I'm assuming if we're on Discord now that you'll be able to let me know when another game's on, possibly.
We try and play like fortnightly, and you know, if I could get something regular going, I might even move it to a weekly game again. But at this stage, fortnightly, John's pretty available most times. I don't want to step on John's toes. But hey, our stream got us a follower on Twitch, guys. So that's pretty cool. One viewer, follower, I'm happy. A new player, that's great. But yeah, so feel free. You've got 5 XP, so you can buy a trait or a skill circle with that.
Okay.
And if you want to change equipment and stuff, we can go down that on another day. But yeah.
I'll have more time to actually go through the book properly now. So
yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
And when I make edits, most of the edits I'm making now are slight tweaks and stuff rather than massive rule changes. Yeah. So and I tend to announce it if there's any changes, and our updates. I'm using Drive-Thru-RPG as the repository at the moment. So any changes, I'll let people know and I'll put it on there.
Sweet.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining.
No, that was really great fun. Thanks you guys.
Thanks, man. Have a good week, and we'll